All right, going live. Hello, everybody. I just started there. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 60 of The Geek Perspective. I am your host, Rory, and along with my co-host, Tom, at the moment. Derek is missing. We have some news on Rhode Island Comic-Con being canceled, actor from The Flash show getting fired, Walking Dead season 10 finale, air date news, another unboxing, and much more, so stay tuned for the fun. What's up, Tom?
Hey, Riley, what's going on, man? How you doing today?
Living the dream. Wonder where the hell Derek is.
Yeah, I mean, he's got tournament. When we were kind of talking off camera, like he uses a bunch of words that we don't know what they mean in the context of this game and tournament. They were in a 40-minute dispute. Now, a dispute to me, I'm picturing a argument with somebody, but I think it might be like sort of the game, like they're calling it a dispute. I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I know he's doing that. But he may pop on later. We will see. So
we'll see what happens. Either way, something's going on.
Yeah.
So I wanted to mention to you: have you seen the preview for the new Kevin Bacon movie?
No, I have not.
It was the other night. I'm on YouTube of all places. I'm always on YouTube, and all of a sudden, you get little clips or whatever. This movie comes on, and it's Kevin Bacon. His family buys a house. I don't even know where it is, and they move in, and apparently it's a haunted house. And there's a scene that creeped the fuck out of me.
Nice.
His daughter's yeah. I don't get creeped out very easily. And this other thing, like, holy crap! His daughter's in her bed. And she's laying there, and she's doing like hand puppets on the wall. And then behind her, projecting on the wall in front of her, is a tall figure. She spins around, and there's nobody there. And I was like, holy crap. And then like a minute later, her father walks in the room. She's like, oh my God. And he's like, oh, you're fine. So she like covers her head over. So her father goes back downstairs. The shadow figure follows him down the stairs. I was like, holy Jesus. And like there's a scene with he or his wife goes on the basement, and there's a tub, the old-fashioned tub with the feet on them, filled with water, and all you see is like a woman's hair floating in the water. And it's like, oh man. It's called You Should Have Left.
I just looked it up. I was just about to ask you if that was it, because I just looked it up as you were talking about it. So.
Man, it looks so good. I was like, yep, definitely got to see this movie. This might be one of those review movies.
Yeah.
You might have to do a movie review because it looks really good.
Definitely. Speaking of movies, just real quick, I rented, and I don't rent often, The Hunt.
Nice.
I'm curious because we had talked about it, God, a year ago, and how it was being reworked because of issues and controversy, and then it came out. But
do you have Amazon Prime?
I do have Amazon Prime.
It's on there to rent,
Yeah, I know, but it's $5.99 versus a Blu-ray at Redbox for $2.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so because I was going to do that. I mean, originally when it finally did drop, when it was reworked and everything, it was, COVID had hit, so movie theaters were closed. So it was part of that like deal where they were putting new movies on like Prime or whatever on streaming online, but you had to pay, I think it was $20 a movie at the time.
Yes, that was ridiculous.
And I was just like, dude, I don't even like paying the $14 when I go to the theater. Never mind $20 to sit in my house.
I theoretically could see them charging $10, $15 because that's what you pay anyway.
Yeah.
But you're going to jack it up to $20? $20. It's like, I hope you go out of business. That's horrible. I don't literally mean that, but that's horrible. That's that's price gouging.
Yeah, that was
if anyone wonders what price gouging is, that's what it is.
Yeah, that was too much. Because I remember I was excited. I said, COVID's happening. And I said, I'll rent it. And then I saw the price and I was like, nope, not for $20. Now I got it for $2. So
they had some good movies, like the Scooby-Doo movie. I wanted to see that.
Yeah.
Invisible Man. I wanted to see that, but I'm not paying $20 to see it.
Yeah, well, now you can get all those at Redbox for $2 on Blu-ray, or
Nice.
like $1.25 for regular DVD. So it's a better way to go, or at least save some money. So, but more has been being put on these platforms. Like Joker's on Hulu now.
Yeah, Joker came on fast, didn't it?
Yeah, it's on Hulu already.
I keep meaning to go watch it. Actually,
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch it because
is it cut up on Hulu or is it like the full version?
I think it might be. I don't know. I haven't checked it out yet. I just saw it
Right.
this morning. Actually, I got up and I was doing stuff around my place, and I put on Hulu and I saw it. I was like, geez, I'm gonna have to rewatch that. And but there's a lot of other stuff too popping up on all these that like newer stuff like Parasite.
Yeah, that's on Hulu, right?
Yeah, it's there was something else I saw and I was excited for too. Another one that I've been wanting. Oh, Rocket Man. That's either Hulu
Yes,
or Prime.
I
I
want
want
to see that.
but yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. Uncut Gems on Netflix. I
I
still
keep
gotta
forgetting
watch.
to watch that.
You know, there's so much right now on streaming that it's yeah, a lot of good movies to watch right now.
Netflix has a new series. I just started watching it. Reality Z. It's a zombie show. Basically, it's like a B, TV series.
Yeah.
But it's basically like a reality show's going on, and the zombie apocalypse just starts, which is kind of cool because usually a lot of movies it's already there and you're already entrenched in it. And this is actually showing how it started, and it's pretty cool. I'm actually enjoying the first episode. It's a series. It's not great, but it's a zombie. I like zombies, so
that actually, I'm gonna have to check that out because that actually sounds like a show. I don't know if you remember. I told you I told everybody that was watching too. Maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago. A show called Dead Set, a British show, and they're on a reality set, and it's kind of like a Big Brother where they can't leave, and then a zombie apocalypse happens, and they're all stuck on the set. So
can you text me that because I want to watch that too? I forgot all about it because my memory.
Yeah, and if you can't, I do have it on DVD, and next time I'm up there because I was thinking maybe I'll go maybe do the show from your place next week.
Nice.
See how it goes, see how the week goes, and all that stuff. But if we can't find it, I'll bring it up there because it's actually a really cool show. It's it was a really cool concept, and it made me think right when you said that Reality Z. I was like, oh, I wonder if it's sort of like an American take on it or something because
it's not an American movie. It takes place in Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, okay.
So it's definitely a Spanish.
Brazil.
It's dubbed. Actually,
Rio
so definitely was that
probably Portuguese if it's in.
Oh, I'm sorry, Portuguese. Yeah, and I'm half Portuguese. I think I would know that. Just got shunned by my Portuguese family. How dare you call us Spanish?
I didn't know you were like Cape Verdean Portuguese or
no, like full-blooded Portuguese. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, my mother's side of the family, they were all Portuguese, and it's funny because the younger generation, most of the grandparents have passed away, and a lot of our parents now have passed away for the most part on that side of the family. And we'll talk about it so often, and none of us have any of the old Portuguese food recipes. So none of us, but we have the internet.
Yeah,
but it's not the same though, other than having your grandmother's old recipe,
Yeah,
but none of us make Portuguese food now because we don't, unless we get a recipe off the internet. It's like, yeah, no, I don't have that. And I remember eating some good Portuguese food as a kid, and no, not happening anymore. Let's say do it myself.
I love Portuguese chouriço. Yeah.
Yes.
Other parts of the world, you might call it chorizo or chorico, depending on what part of the world you're in. But
I like calling it chorizo. It just sounds fancy, chorizo. But chorizo is probably the accurate way of saying it.
In my growing up, most of my my neighborhood was very Portuguese. Most of my friends growing up were Portuguese as a kid. And I remember right across the street, my buddy Kevin, his father, every year, a certain time of year, he had chorizo down in the basement, like hanging from the ceilings, curing and stuff. And God, it was so good, man. Oh, it was so good. So good.
Did you ever have Jag that I made?
Jag.
I made the Charisse dish. It's called Jag. It's
think
rice, onions, peppers. I use beans and Charisse, and you just cook it up. I have to make like 7 cups of rice because like all my family and friends they devour the freaking thing.
sounds good. It kind of sounds like a Portuguese jambalaya type dish.
Essentially, that's basically what it is.
Like jambalaya doesn't have rice usually, but
right.
and the other stuff is in jambalaya. So I love jambalaya.
Yeah, in my family, when Portuguese people die, you go to one of the houses. There'll be like 7 different kinds of Jag. There's a fish Jag, pork Jag, Charisse Jag. If you're lucky, a couple different kinds of Charisse Jag. You know, there's a vegetable Jag. This is like bowls of Jag. It's like Jesus Christ, people.
The one Portuguese food that I just can't deal though, bacalhau.
Oh, I love bacalhau.
I can't do the smell. Like I'm gagging right now, just thinking about the smell.
It's so good. I actually had it in a salad, believe it or not.
Really?
I'll never forget this. Yeah, it was like 25, 30 years ago. We had a big family cookout with some friends and blah, blah, blah. And one of my friends who made it, who's Portuguese, and he hands me this salad. It was a full, beautiful salad with all fresh ingredients with bacalhau on it. And I'm like, the hell's this? And he takes bacalhau. I'm like, no. On a salad? Are you drunk? It was pretty freaking awesome.
Oh, man.
I don't know how or why, but it was good.
I had a buddy. He loved it. God, he would bring it to school. His name was Bobby. So, of course, his nickname was Bobby Bacalhau. And, oh, man. Oh, not for me, man. Not for me.
Man. So you want to get into some news?
Sure.
We'll save your big Rhode Island Comic Con news for last. Well,
yeah,
for a few minutes. We'll make people wait on it.
Yeah.
But I have couple small things. What do you think about the Hartley Sawyer firing from the Flash? Any opinions on that?
Not too much. I'm curious in yours. I don't really watch the Flash. So I'm not really familiar with the character, and now I've read what happened, but I actually need a refresher. So as you talk, I'll kind of look at the actual comments. But
if other people don't know who he is, he played Ralph Dibny, an elongated man on the Flash, and around 2012, he made some tweets that were pretty stupid. I have a couple of them here. He says, all women should be in sex farms. Yep. And then he goes, I like women who are good in the sack, a burlap sack where I put my victims. Dude, what are you thinking? Like, that goes wrong in many ways. And then in the other tweet, he talks about sexual assault, domestic violence, and being a serial killer. And it's like, were you on crack when you were doing this? Because like, there's no way where you can say, "Oh, I was drunk," and no.
That is, in my opinion, those type of comments are somebody. Now, I've seen people, and I'm not saying I agree with it because I don't, but I've seen people like in small groups, when they're joking around, they see who can push the limits the furthest. You know what I mean? Like talking about whatever, just stuff they shouldn't, from, like that type of stuff to dead babies and stuff like that. They try to one up each other on who can be the most dark and the most, shocking in their jokes. But 99% of those people will only say it with 2 or 3 people around, those people they know they're comfortable with. And I'm not saying it's even right then. I'm not, because but whatever, you know what I mean? So that's what it sounds like to me. This guy trying to be funny. And back then, I mean, we weren't in 2012. I mean, the Me Too hadn't happened and stuff. It's still wrong. You know what I mean? Regardless of Me Too being a thing or not. So that's what it seems like, because that's because some of those like in a bag, and that's so ridiculous. But I mean, should never be said. You know what I
No.
mean? It should never, and it should, you put it on social media, you deserve, I mean, you freaking deserve to.
And that's the big thing. It's like, you know, a lot of people are careful what they say online because you say something stupid by mistake or just being trying to be funny, like you said he was trying to be, probably. It's like it's there forever.
Yeah.
And even if you delete it, and I don't know if people realize this, and a lot of them probably don't, it's still there.
Yeah.
You can delete it, but there's still a fingerprint of it there, and they'll find it.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, as far as him making the comments, excuse me, they were horrible, stupid, idiotic. And I used to be the person to be like, you know what? He made those comments, fire him, get rid of him, stupid idiot, blah, blah, blah. But you know, as I've gotten older, I've gotten more harsh as far as most things. With this type of stuff, it's like, I think it depends on when it happened. And should he have been fired? Yes. Should he be condemned the rest of his life? No. As far as him personally, he actually even said he deserved to be fired.
Yeah.
He said there was no excuse for it. He apologized, and he said, I deserve to be fired. There's no reason for me not to have been fired. So he's taking ownership of it. So I give him credit for that.
Yeah. I mean,
and I wouldn't condemn him for it. Like he actually even said that, I'd make some mild racial comments, but I'd have black people, on my case for years if I did. I don't condemn him from that. He made stupid comments. We all I make a ton of stupid comments. Not that bad. But I mean, it's like people do stupid things. And again, what we talked about off air, the whole white privilege thing, you're thinking, well, nothing's going to happen. It's not a big deal. Again, does that go back to white privilege maybe? I don't know.
It does. It does.
So there you go. Tom says it does. So it's like,
it's like you said, the only thing you can do that he can do at this point, and he did, if he's owning up to it, that's all he can do at this point. He said it. He did it regardless of intent. He put it out there for the world to see. So the only thing he can do is regret it and learn from it. So I do applaud him as well, because you know what I mean? Like you said, should he lose his job? Yeah, probably. But should he be condemned for the rest of his life? No, not if he's willing to change. I mean, this is what we're built on. This is what the criminal justice system is built on: rehabilitation, not just locking everybody up and throwing away the key. It's so hopefully he really is learning. Hopefully it's not like a PR thing, and he's not just saying that because he lost a high-paying job and a mainstream job, and it's going to be hard for him to find some work right now for a little while.
That's the biggest thing. He's going to have that with him the rest of his life now.
Yes,
and it might be a while before he gets a job because of this.
Yeah.
I mean a while, with everything that's going on right now. It's like, geez. No, it might be like he's toxic.
Yeah, but you can come back from it too,
yes.
And but I mean, he does need to go away for a little while, but you can look at Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Look at
who about that? He would have come back.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
that guy. I mean, he's considered a saint. You know what I mean?
And I don't know how that happened.
And he was the whole rape thing. You know what I mean? And settled out of court. And there's countless others. You know what I mean? That it's Robert Downey Jr. back in the day, but that was drugs. It was just like he was a heroin addict when it was very taboo to talk about drugs, you know what I mean? And he just went away, man. He was on like that Ally McBeal, and then he disappeared for years. And then he came back with Iron Man, and then he was one of the biggest superstars in the world.
And they're still talking about him possibly coming back.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how that would happen, but they're like, ooh, but.
Yeah, you can come back. If you are really serious about your apology and making amends and showing it too, not just saying it, but showing that you want to change and that you made, these were stupid mistakes, you can come back, but it's going to take.
Talk is cheap.
Yeah, it's going to take a while. So
yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
we'll have to follow this story.
Yeah, for sure.
How about The Walking Dead? Did you hear about the latest news about the air date?
I did not hear about the air date. So
supposedly, comicbook.com, I don't know how reputable they are.
They're pretty good.
They're saying there's a possible, they're not saying it's going to happen, but they're so close to finishing and they can open up production this coming week, that some producers, they're hoping to have the air the last episode late July.
Oh, okay.
That's what they're hoping at this moment. Whether it happens or not, it'll depend on, obviously there probably can't be any glitches, blah, 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 whatever, but I guess they're really close to being done. They're saying that the post-production could finish real soon. Nice. And June 12th is when they can open up again, as reported by Variety. We've already reported that.
Which was yesterday.
Yeah. So as of yesterday, they could be... for some reason, I was thinking tomorrow for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, it's weird that it was a Friday and not like a Sunday going into a Monday. You know what I mean? The week starts on Sunday, so it's kind of a weird date. But I mean, we're starting to see stuff open up. On Friday, the 12th, I went to the mall by my house.
The scary thing is, California is one of those towns that's exploding with the coronavirus right now. So that's need to be closely followed, because I mean, I was all happy about it, and then I'm like, they expected the bump up in the virus when things opened up. That's just common sense. Yeah. In some places, it's exploding like ridiculously bad. So we'll have to see if they don't shut down again. Because the governor here in Massachusetts has said that if we exploded with the coronavirus, he's shutting down again.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want, what happened at the beginning to happen again, which I can't fault him for that.
No, why would you? They're doing it for your safety. Yeah. We're at whatever side of the aisle you're on, whatever you actually believe, as far as the corona, how deadly it is or whatever. They're doing it for your safety. These people, and it's part of what's happened in this country politics is everything now. It's like you can't have a conversation with anybody that doesn't somehow tie back to politics anymore. It sucks because it's everything. And some days I just don't want to talk about politics, but you can't, because we're so invested. We have a president that is a reality TV star. So it's like all these worlds are melting together. And
it's funny you mentioned that, because I told you, Tom and I were talking about air yet again. And I was mentioning to him that I'm on one of our Twitter pages, and a bunch of wrestlers, and we're posting basically he's rolling back the whole gay protections.
Yeah,
and that's horrible. It's like he's such a dink, and a lot of the wrestlers, female wrestlers in particular, were saying that he has to go. And I actually tweeted. I told you I tweeted some of them. I said, yes, we need to get him out of office, because I'm amazed we haven't all died yet.
He is a dink, and you watch, and he's up until November, because I'm I don't want to get too confident that he's going to be out, but Biden's ahead and all that. And I'm not a fan of Biden either. I'm not going to lie.
Same here. Yep.
A fucking Rock could do a better job than the guy in there now. So you watch he's been rolling back stuff on hunting too, like regulations on hunting, so that now you can hunt bear cubs, baby bears in Alaska. They're rolling back fishing things, all this stuff. You watch how much shit he's going to try to push through, either through executive order or put into little bill between now and November. He is, he's just going to try to steamroll as much as he can in these next couple months.
You get that feeling also that he's starting to oh shit, let me start putting all my crazy stuff through real quickly before this all ends.
Yep.
Yeah, I get the same feeling.
Yeah, it's
He might try to send all us black people back to Africa.
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he tried.
With him, man, it's crazy because it's like, why what is the deal with rolling back stuff on LGBTQ, man? Like, who cares? Why do you care if that guy loves a man or a woman? Why do you care if that woman loves, like,
yeah, how does that affect your life?
Like the people talking about trans, there's only two genders in this world. Now, first
Which
of all,
isn't true.
no, yeah, learn the definition of gender and sex. There's two sexes in this world. Gender and sex are completely different. Just look up the fucking definition, idiots.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, who cares? Why if that, like,
No God thing. Oh, if God wanted two men, shut up.
Dude,
just shut up. God didn't even write the Bible.
No,
white men did.
White men did, and fucking I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get why you care. You're like, if about anything.
I barely have enough time to care about my own life. Never mind somebody else's.
And, he was born a man, but identifies that's unnatural. Why is it unnatural? Well, we allow glasses for people that can't see. We allow aids for people that can't hear.
Mm-hmm.
Are like
get tanned. People get tanned all the time. They hate black people, but they want to be tanned. They want to be dark like us.
Exactly.
That amazes me.
Why is some stuff okay and other stuff not? You know what I mean? Like, if God,
they approve of it, the white privilege, they approve of it. That's why.
If God was perfect, I wouldn't have to wear glasses.
Yeah.
God.
It goes to show you, though, God wants us to be different. He don't want us all the same.
Yeah.
If we were all the same, everyone would be even more miserable than they already are.
Yeah, I'm a bad person to talk about this because I do not believe in religion. Or in God. I think it's all a fairy tale. But he's thrown.
Do you believe in aliens?
No, but I want them to be real. It's the same thing with ghosts. Like, I want them to be real, but I haven't seen them yet, so I don't really believe.
Speaking of that, I'm not changing the subject. One of my old investigators contacted me, and he's like, "Dude, we gotta start up some investigating."
Yeah.
And he brought up an old case that we did a couple times, and I have to contact her. See if she wants to come over, because I know she wanted us to come over. It was the big house that we went to at the end of the last walk we did.
Yeah.
And I tried to contact her a couple of times, but then I stopped. The holidays came. So he reminded me about that. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna contact her. So I'm gonna give her a call and see what's up for the summer.
Nice.
And we can do a case in there.
That would be awesome, because that's one place. Like, if I am gonna experience something, I have a feeling I'll experience that house because of what everybody has said. That it's just like even you to this, you know what I mean?
I'm a skeptic. I believe in it,
but
I've had personal experiences. But I personally believe most things that happen, there's a reason for it. In this place, I watch those TV shows, and you see these guys get possessed all the time. And I can honestly say, I think something tried to attach to me in that house.
Yeah.
And I would normally not ever say that, because I'm like, yeah, right. What are the odds of that happening?
Yeah.
And we get some crazy responses on our EMF meter. Like, this place is nuts.
Honestly, after we went to that house, and then you had told me the story beforehand, but then after our conversation, that's what got me even a little more believing, because I know that you are a skeptic, and if we were standing there and, people would come up, like, I remember, like, one guy's girlfriend came up and said something, and, like, as soon as she walked away, you're like, oh my God, people are full of shit. You're like,
yeah. You learn how to read people in those situations. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, okay.
So then I was like, okay, so Roy really isn't one of these guys that just believes you know what I mean, in everything. Because it was, because he was like, this girl was saying she felt something, and as soon as she walked away, you're like, bullshit. And, so I was like, all right. So he's not just this guy that, wants to believe.
It's funny. I have one investigator on my team who doesn't believe at all, but he's like you. He wants to be proven wrong. He wants to see something, and like he goes in like oh, that ain't real. Like we'll get the synopsis of what's going on. And he's like, oh, that's totally full of shit. Where I have an open mind about it.
You talking
He's
about?
like, fuck them. They're full of shit, you know. And I go with an open mind, and generally, I've been doing this for 10 years now, and 98% of the time, it's like, yep, it's just the pipes rattling, you know, your typical stuff. It's nothing really. So it's still fun though.
Now you're talking about your buddy Graham.
Yes.
I knew it because I was at a cookout you were at, and we were all talking about it. And that you asked if I wanted to join the team. I was like, yeah. And then he was just like, yeah, because it came up, and and he's like, because it doesn't happen, it doesn't exist. And I was like, oh, cool, because he's like me. Well, it's like me when we walked in that and went to that house, and then we go out we're out in the barn and everything, and everybody's like talking about headaches and stuff. I'm like, because it smells like gasoline.
You're right.
That's why you have a headache. We're in a garage, which probably had cars and lawnmowers and stuff. So now the
oil and gas and
saturated with gasoline fumes. That's going to give you a headache, just like my shed outside.
Plus, you're remodeling, so who knows what other like turpentine that could have been in there, like
oxy, all that stuff. I remember right away, everybody's talking about this. I'm like, yeah, you feel like that because it smells like gasoline in here.
And I don't think I had a headache. I don't think I did.
I did. I had a headache, and I knew right away it was the gasoline.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
I knew right away it was the gasoline.
But I generally don't feel anything anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people. Like I said, that was the first and only time that I think I honestly something was attached to me. I actually felt it. And I don't feel anything ever.
Yeah.
But anyway, you have some big news on Rhode Island Comic Con, don't you?
Yeah. So, we knew it was canceled this year. Well, we had known for a while that it would be canceled.
Yeah, it was suspected.
And then it became official, and and I was kind of hoping that they would do a virtual, but I was like, I don't know with Rhode Island if they'll actually do a virtual con. First of all, they're not, a big part of the virtual con is the exclusive stuff that you can get, you know what I mean? Whether it's a Funko or comic books or movie, like every con has exclusive. And Rhode Island's not known for a ton of exclusives. In its history, it's had 2 exclusive Funko Pops. Years ago, they had the Blue Stealth Iron Man, which I might want to get just because I like the Rhode Island sticker more than anything. And then the Pennywise that we both have. Now, they do comic books pretty much every year. They do, like cover, it's more about the cover, variant cover. And but it's usually mainly by Kevin Eastman, who is writer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic books. So they're not really known for a ton of exclusives and stuff. And that's how they would make a lot of money, especially on a virtual con. So I was like, probably not. But anyway, so, but they made an announcement just the other day, and it was funny because we were blasting each other with text, and like everybody that I knew that was a con person was just sending that around. So in 2021, there is going to be 2 Rhode Island Comic Cons.
What?
Yes, and one, it's actually in the summer, and it is combining with TerraCon, which I'm super excited about. So,
have you been to TerraCon?
No, I haven't. So,
that was my first con, and at the time, it was a small version of Comic-Con. Like, they had horror people, but they also had a few people that were Comic-Con type people.
Yep.
So I see this merge as being possibly an amazing convention.
Yes.
Like this man.
Yeah.
I might have to save my pennies.
Yeah.
Bring my pops, get all signed, my jaws. It gets I might have to bring a trash bag with me, Tom.
Yeah, honestly, it was like I kind of want to go as a guest. Like I am.
Yeah, I'm not doing both of them next year.
No.
Do one as going, and one as a guest.
Yes, that was my plan as well. So we'll talk more and
I'll do whatever. So whatever you want to do, I'm easy.
But yeah, I'm excited. I mean, because this year was going to be my first TerraCon. And remember, we were going back and forth. Oh, do we want to
trying
work
to
it?
figure out.
And we were leaning more towards just going as guests, just so that we could enjoy it a little more instead of, at the end of the night blasting around when we're like just super tired and
oh man,
and sleep. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this has the potential. I mean, it's merging like all of my favorite things: horror, comic books, pops, just everything all in one. That, dude, I am so psyched. I'm hoping they get some really good actors. I have a bunch of horror pops that I would love to get signed,
and that's what I suspect. If I'm an actor, if you ever had a question about going to a convention, the summer. They're having it in the summer. Did you say it was in the? You mentioned it was in the summer.
I believe it's August. Yes, I believe they're going for August.
I thought it was June.
It could.
Either way, it's over the summer. Anyway, it's over the summer, and it's the summer.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 conventions combined. Like, if I'm an actor, that's where I want to be because man, it's going to be crazy.
Yes,
I hope it's not August because I think Fan Expo in Boston's in August.
Yeah, and this year it's a virtual. They're doing virtual for Fan Expo. I'm looking. I'm just looking for the text. Here we go. I got it right here.
Cool.
So, okay, you were right. I'm sorry. It is.
Yeah, right for once. I'm never right.
June 18th to the 20th of 2021. So yeah, so that will be the Terracon / Rhode Island Con merge, and then in November, when the normal Rhode Island Comic Con is, we're going to have Rhode Island Comic Con in November 5th through the 7th. So first week, like always, sometimes it's like, the 1st or the 3rd or, 5th, 7th, 8th, 10th, something like that. But it's always within that like first week and a half of November. So, yeah, it'll be interesting too. It'll be interesting, like, because I mean, it's a ways away. So, I mean, but it'll be interesting to see what the world is like, come 2021, and what kind of accommodations, if any, but I'm sure there will be that they're going to have to make. You know what I mean? And with COVID and everything like that. So
you might have to get in line at 4 a.m.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, it's like you don't know. So, but yeah, big news, very cool. Because it's so I was wondering whatever happened. Remember they were having the con at sea.
Yes, that must have been canceled. I'm assuming until this all gets straightened out.
Yeah, I would think so. I can't imagine anybody would want to be on a cruise ship and then a cruise ship where there's a con going on. It's like, you know what I mean? That's just a petri dish of, whatever.
Begging for problems, yeah.
I mean, cruises are already known for getting people sick. Whether you know what I mean, with all sorts of gross stuff going on, because it's like it's just a petri dish on that floats on the water, and it's like so. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for that. So, and then in the meantime, until then, we'll be having virtual cons. San Diego Comic Con's doing virtual in July, and
wait.
And Fan Expo is going virtual in August.
And right now, I don't want to cut you off. I just want to say this real quick before I forget. If you go to a Fandom Spotlight on YouTube, they're actually doing live panels at certain dates, and you can rewatch them recorded also. And I believe if you watch them in the lower right-hand corner, there's a website. If you go to that website, you can purchase items from the website, even autographs. And
nice.
They come with a certificate of authenticity, so you can be sure that it's from the actor themselves.
That's
so
awesome.
You can get autographs still and pops and all kinds of goodies. So if you go to Fandom Spotlight on YouTube, you can watch some live panels. I watched the Star Wars panel last night live for a while. Nice. It's pretty cool, because I don't have time to ever go to panels because I went to one panel. That's because I was doing security for an actor, and a lot I wanted to see, but if I'm with a celebrity, I'm not going to leave to go to a panel. They want you with them, so it's cool actually watching some of them.
Some people do. They work it into their schedules.
Yeah.
I don't. It's like I don't want to be that like just the guy that they have to make a million accommodations for.
Same here.
Oh, I have photo ops at this
Yeah.
time, and that. But I like you said, I've only been to one panel too, and it was because I was with a person, and I didn't even get to sit and watch it. I was behind the stage. You know what I mean? I was there just to. It was my first year there. It was the Sons of Anarchy panel, you know, and
It was me.
yeah, and
we probably there at the same time.
Yeah,
you know, I think we were there at the same time actually.
Yeah, I think we were. You know, and
because I was behind the stage.
Yep.
And I asked my celebrity where you want me. He goes, I want you where I can see you, because he had a stalker.
Yes.
And he wanted me close by him. And I'm like, I can't be on the stage with you. That can't happen.
Yeah.
And so he goes, sit out front in the front row so I can see you. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, because I had asked her, I introduced myself as we were all backstage, because it was just like she came in. It was like the panel was really early and everything. And I said the same. I said, I am, you know, I'm with you. I'll be with you for the whole weekend. Where'd you want me? And she said essentially the same. She's like right here, close, just in case anything happens, you know. And because that was that first year was way different than it's much more organized. It was like that first year. Yeah, I was with her, but it was like kind of worked as security as well, and you know, handled the money and the pictures and all that. It's like if she wanted to go, like a couple times she wanted to get up and just go shopping around for her kids and stuff, but I had to be with her, you know what I mean? That in case anybody, you know, to keep the distance from people who want to come up and ask for a picture or whatever, which they cannot do. I'm telling you right now, guys, if you ever go to a con and you want an autograph or picture or talk to somebody, go to their table. Don't try to get them while they're either walking to the green room or just walking to look around, because they have a contract. They literally cannot, by contract, sign anything for you away from that table, take a picture away from that table, anything like that. They have a contract.
You're costing them money too.
Yes.
Like, you know, they're there to make money.
Yes. So
they don't mind signing free stuff, which sometimes we have to be the bad guys and be like, nope.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Exactly. I mean, I know we're supposed to. I never do. If somebody if they're gonna sign something for somebody for free, go for it, you know. But yeah, they're not. Yeah, don't go up to them when they're doing that, because it's their livelihood. This is how they're making money when their show, you know, show's not, they don't have a show, or the show is on hiatus, or they're waiting on their next movie. This is how they make money. You know,
yes, it is.
It's part of their contract. It's not them being if they could, they would stop, take a picture with everybody and do it if they could, but they can't. They literally cannot. So
I was with what's his name from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? What's his name? Oh my God,
Grant Award.
Yes.
And
he was off the show at this point. And I think it was before he came back for a short time, but I believe he was off the show at this point, and he actually was up for a movie, and he was waiting to hear, because we again, I'd follow him around and stuff, and we go outside so we could hang out for a little bit, get some fresh air. And he I was like his therapist. He just would vent to me or talk to me about random stuff, and
it is amazing what they will say to you. Like once
they get comfortable,
they get comfortable, and it's like it's really cool, actually.
Yeah. And he was like, Roy, he goes, I'm up for a movie. He goes, I better get this movie. I go, well, okay. He goes, no. Not because I didn't need the money or anything, because I'm married. I'm like, what? So I have a wife. She wants to spend money. I'm like, oh. He's like, yeah. So hope to God. And then sure enough, the next day, he's, dude, I got the movie.
Nice.
I'm good. I'm like, nice. Your wife will be very happy. He goes, yes, you will.
That's awesome.
It's so cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But don't you have an unboxing?
I do. So, my last unboxing was the Edward Scissorhands, but the one before that, we don't have many viewers right now, but so the one before that, it was the Fight Club ones, and I was hoping for 1-in-1. I wanted the common and I wanted the chase. And I got 2 chase. So I can't really complain. Chase are more rare. They're 1 in 6 variant on it. But I still wanted the common. So I ordered again from GameStop, hoping that I will get the common. And then I also ordered the American Psycho. I love the book. I love the movie. Chuck Palahniuk's my favorite author. He did Fight Club and a bunch of them. I have all of them. That's why I got the Fight Club ones last time. Bret Easton Ellis wrote American Psycho. He's in my top 5 authors. He might even be number 2 or 3. I go back and forth between him and Irvin Welsh, the guy that wrote Train Spotting. So I ordered that because it's just like Fight Club. There's 1 pop and then it has the variant, the chase. So I ordered 2 again on that. So it's 3 pops total. I'm hoping to get 1 in 1 on the American Psycho. So I'm hoping to get a common and a chase, and then that set's done and my Fight Club set's done. So let's see what happens.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, so GameStop, last time they were really good about the packaging. So hopefully the packaging is good again. And 3 pops. I don't normally buy 3 at the same time, but like I said, I wanted that common of the Fight Club, and then I was like, well, I might as well order 2 of the American Psycho so I can hopefully get 1 in 1. So, see where we're at. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, good packing. Good packing.
Nice.
They're all in sorters. You always want sorters, and it's got the airbags around. They've been really good, I gotta say. They've been really good about.
So where'd you order these from?
GameStop.
GameStop.
I used to not order from them, and because of the way they were packed, you would get your pops, and they would be destroyed. So.
So what made you start ordering from them again?
COVID. Honestly, because we're not being able to get to it. Because I think everybody's this way, but I really prefer to buy anything, any sort of collectible or anything. I like to buy in person, personally. You know what I mean? Whether it's at a store or at a con or something like that. But with COVID and the stores being closed, really can't go and get those pots that you normally would, because nowhere to go to unless you go to Walmart. And they don't have a great selection in Target. Stuff's starting to open back up. I had mentioned it earlier. I actually went to the Emerald Mall yesterday. It was about 75% open with the stores at the mall. So
nice. Very cool.
So here we go. I have no idea what it's like. I said, it's 2 American Psycho pops and 1 Fight Club pop. Don't know which one this is going to be. So boom, boom, boom. I like the sorter. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, my God.
No.
Got a chase of the American Psycho.
Holy Jesus, dude.
Wow.
Holy fuck.
My luck lately. Something bad's going to happen soon.
Dude, buy a scratch ticket, man. I'm telling you.
Dude, something bad's going to happen soon. I don't have luck like this. So, it's pretty bad.
Scratch ticket.
He's holding. Yeah, I will. I'm going to play. So, he's
That's
holding.
Awesome.
Yeah, so the chase is it looks like a bloody variant. I even like the blood that they got on the the window
on the side. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So nice. So a chase. So hopefully the other American Psycho pop will be the common. Now I'm not going to complain if it's another chase.
If you get a chase, you better go into a bubble.
Yeah, I know, dude. So,
high security or something. Jesus Christ. The last time he did that unboxing, he got 2 chases, in case you guys don't remember. It was like we did, and chases are hard to come by.
Yes.
Like a 1 in 5 or 1 in 20 or what, something like that. So like some ridiculous number.
1 in 6 or 1 in 12 or 1 in 24 or 1 in 36.
And it varies by whatever it is.
Yeah, it varies by the run and stuff like that, like how many they've made in the run. So I believe most of them are 1 in 6 now. where back in the early days they were 1 in 36. That's why some of those are like super valuable, like the Elvis chase and stuff like that, because it's like it was 1 in 36, and now they go for like $5,000, which I'm not even paying 100 for a toy, never mind $1,000 or $5,000 for a toy. So, or a collectible.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, so all right, number 2.
He has 1 chase so far.
So I'm hoping the other 2 are commons, though. I'm hoping the other 2 are commons. And I got the common on the Fight Club.
Nice.
So this is cool. It's the Tyler Durden.
That's a cool figure.
Yeah, this is
Pop, I should say.
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Love the glasses.
That's
very cool.
I'll grab the other one after the unboxing just to show the difference. The other one's the Ed Norton because they're same person in the movie, in the book. So I dig it. He's holding a bar of soap that says Fight Club on it. So because they made soap in it, and really they were making explosives, but same concept. So okay, so right now I'm at 100% of what I wanted. Now, so this last one is an American Psycho Pop. I am hoping it's the common, but it may be a chase.
It may be an empty box. You never know.
Yeah.
Would that be someone's empty box? There's nothing in here. It's the Invisible Man.
And it's the common.
Nice.
So
very cool.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the blood there, like around the eye and on the axe and stuff. But yeah, dude, that's awesome. And yes, so I will grab the other one just to show again, in case people didn't remember what the Fight Club chase looked like. So the glare in here is so bad, always. So that's it. It's Ed Norton is the chase version. He's got the little penguin. So
very cool. That's awesome.
Man, I've been lucky lately. This is awesome. Awesome.
Very cool.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Nice. And so everybody at home, make sure you like, subscribe, and click that little bell so you stay informed of all our new content, and comment on the video, because I know a lot of you are going to watch it later because you're not watching live.
Yeah. Which you can't blame them. It is a beautiful day today.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
It is a beautiful day. I don't fault anybody for not being in the house yet today.
These are the days where I'm like, I need to buy another setup so I can do it upstairs. Maybe sit outside and do a show outside.
Yeah.
I'm actually pondering getting like a background and using it for like upstairs or outside or something.
Nice.
I remember we were looking at the backgrounds a while back.
Yeah, we were
cool stuff. Maybe buy something and use it as a background or something fun. I mean, I could use just a sheet or something, but I want something fun.
Yeah.
Or even getting a banner. Like I was like, gee, I'd get a Geek Perspective banner, and that'd be cool to use. A banner's only like $50.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, not at all. I actually almost made a banner. I was doing speaking engagements for my paranormal team, and I almost made a couple banners. So when I do an engagement, have a banner up and all that fun stuff.
That'd be cool, man. That would definitely be cool.
All right, I got some news, some real life news. I don't know if you've heard. I think you might find these interesting. Where you're putting your stuff in the protectors.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who Michael Mara is. He's the president of the New York Police Benevolent Association.
No, I don't know him.
He actually said that he wants everyone to stop treating the police like animals. Can you imagine that? I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? It's like the way you've been treating black people the last 300 years. Are you serious right now? I agree that you should respect the police. I agree with that. Yeah, entirely. But with what's going on, that's a horrible comment to be making.
Dude, like, yeah, that's terrible.
He's like, what are you thinking?
Like, seriously, like,
oh my God, Jesus.
The problem is, I'm assuming he's white, right?
Oh yeah.
And the problem is, these white fucking people, and I'm white. If you didn't notice, I'm white.
Didn't notice.
They fucking they don't realize how fucking stupid they sound, and like how ignorant and how fucking entitled they sound when they say that. It's like, treat them like animals. What the fuck? You just killed a black man, and you didn't even treat him as good as an animal. You treated him like a fucking insect, man. Yep. Like, and then you have the fucking gall, the fucking audacity of like.
Well, he actually says this, and then come to find out that he was in New York.
Yeah.
Now in Austin, Texas, a year ago, another video came out of another man saying he couldn't breathe before he was killed. Mm-hmm. So apparently in Texas, this happened a year ago, and it was originally considered justifiable homicide. Well, now it's under investigation again.
Yeah, good.
And he was arrested because he wouldn't dim his lights after he drove by the police, and he ran. So he's probably covering something up himself, which there's no reason to kill somebody.
Yeah,
you know. And then last year in Oklahoma City, another person was heard saying they couldn't breathe, and he was arrested for passing a $20 check, and his death was ruled unknown.
Of course.
And the video was only released Wednesday because the Black Lives Matter organization demanded they get it released. Good. And in both of these cases were recorded on the police chest cams.
Yeah.
And why they not just released automatically is beyond me. Maybe if they start releasing them automatically, this stuff might slow down a little bit. I don't know, because police still doing this shit, and they must know they're being videotaped by other people, and they're still doing it. So,
well, and yeah, that's the problem, because if it was coming out, the shit would be getting a little bit better. I'm not going to say it would be completely gone, because some police and just some people think that they're above everything and that they're justified in anything. But, fucking, you know, and you know what else I hate too, because this shit had, George Floyd, and Breonna Taylor, and I'm gonna screw up the name, Arbery,
Arbery,
and countless others. Those are just three that I can think of.
That we know of the top of my head,
right off the top of my head, and there's tons more. I can't stand these white people. Some of my friends, and I say that loosely now, but the talk, there was the white guy in I believe Texas, similar thing, and he was on the ground, and it was 13 minutes, and then he died. But he was a white guy, and then they're putting this out there. It's like, yes, that is a tragedy. Don't get me wrong, that is a tragedy. Should never
definitely.
But don't think that one. And I know there's more than one instance. I know there is. But don't.
On both sides, there's more white guys get killed, and there's more black guys get killed.
But yeah, don't think that one is just, it
equates to a black man.
It's not apples to apples and oranges to orange. You know what I mean? Like, it's different. And
maybe one white guy, there's probably dozens and dozens of black men that are killed.
Yeah, and it's like I said, like a buddy of mine, and when I had said, I didn't think anybody would object to this comment. We were out on our break. We have an 11 o'clock break from 11 to 11:20. We're all outside, and everybody's on their phone. We're all talking, but people are messing around on their phones. And I had just thrown out the comment. I was just like, if this happened to a white guy, it would be under investigation. Everybody's fired, lawsuits, this and that. But when it's a black guy, it's, no big deal. And two guys I work with, like, no, if it was a white guy, you wouldn't even hear about it because nobody cares, and this and that. Especially one of them is real sort of fucking twitchy guy, and fucking, you really can get. I said, Of course I would hear about it. Of course I would. I was like, do you really think that the numbers are the same? That, you know, you're as likely as a black, and we work with black guys, obviously. I was like, you're as likely as Chris, one of my friends at work who's black, or Andre, or Lance. Do you think that you're as likely to get arrested and beaten and stuff? Oh yeah, it's exactly the same, if not more. It happens more to white people. I said, all right, so total number, or are we talking?
Have them explain to you why it happens more to white people then.
And well,
what are you doing to get beaten? That's what I want to know.
So I said, okay, so you think it's equal to, if not more? I said, now are we talking total number, or are we talking percentages? Because, you know, like in reality, black people only make up 11% of the population in the United States. Only 11%. That's hardly any sort of majority. You know what I mean? So then they're like, oh, both. You could get total numbers, and I told you this in 2 seconds, or maybe 10 seconds, I pulled up 7 different peer-reviewed things that peer-reviewed articles that studied this. And when I mean peer-reviewed, these are not articles that are made for newspapers and stuff. These are educational, intellectual sort of papers that are put into all sorts of things, but they're used by the government and stuff. And then when it's peer-reviewed, that's not me and you, we're peers. That's not me saying something and you reviewing it. It's somebody that's a expert in that field, you know, works in that field, looks at it and either agrees, disagrees, or, you know, or points out what he doesn't. It happens everywhere. You peer review it. That's how you get legitimacy. It happens in science, happens in, yeah, I used to be an English teacher. It happened with papers. I had papers that I would submit to universities, and, you know, for them to publish. And if they did, then people from the university would review it, you know, which they would, and either they agree, disagree, tell me what they did or didn't. And that's that's legitimacy. So in 10 seconds, I pulled up 7: Yale, Harvard, SUNY Law, all these super reputable things. And I even asked them, I said, would you call this reputable? Before I told them the statistics, would you call this one reputable? This one reputable? Yeah. Okay. Right in 10 seconds, black people are 2.5 times more likely to be the victim of police brutality. 5.5% more likely to just be pulled over for no reason. Just all these things. It wasn't even close. And so I just throw it out there. I said, that was 10 seconds, guys. They didn't say a word. But the next day, 11 o'clock break, they're still talking about their you know, it's still out there fucking talking, chattering at each other and not realizing how fucking privileged and how much little bitches they sound like. They sound exactly like the fucking bunker bitch in the White House there. What do they call him? Bunker boy? Well, I like to call him bunker bitch, because that's what he is. Trump's a bitch. So it's just amazing. But keep going, please. What else you got on that?
No, that was good. And some good and positive news. As this all started on YouTube, there was a video of this black guy who wouldn't leave his porch. He got terrified that if he left his porch, something would happen to him, and he would get killed, and he wouldn't be able to come back to his family.
Yeah.
And all his neighbors, white, black, Asian, all of them got together. They went over, they got him, and they took him out for a walk, and they videotaped it. Him going for a walk, which was nice to see.
Yeah.
Like, everyone came together.
Good.
Like I said, all races, grabbed him, so let's go for a walk. And they took him off his porch and got him walking, and shows there are good people in the world. So that's one positive story.
So you're saying there potentially is some hope in this world?
Yeah, somehow, some way. I'm shocked by it myself. But what I found fascinating was the Daily Show with Trevor Noah. You know what Trevor Noah is?
I do. Oh yeah, I love the Daily Show, and I love.
He's a comedian. Daily Show, great show.
Great.
And he's been all over this whole thing. And he made a good comment about fixing the racial bias in this country, and I'm quoting him here. He says, "If people want to fix racial bias, the one thing that you can do is not think black people are crazy for feeling oppressed every time they see a video of themselves getting shot." Because that happens a lot. Like you hear that a lot. Like people saying, "Oh, what are you so mad about? Just one person." We see it all the time, though.
Exactly.
Getting beat and
Trevor Noah,
and
great. I remember when he took over, and people were like, "Oh, I don't know, this guy's original." And part of it was racial and prejudice. You're going from Jon Stewart to a black guy. You know what I mean? And people are like, "Yeah, he's this no name from South Africa originally that." They only hired because he's black and all this bullshit. And I'm not gonna lie, at first it was the first couple months were kind of shaky for him, but that's to be expected. He was coming in after this show's been on the air for
20 years.
It's only had 2 hosts in its history, Craig Kilborn, and I remember Craig Kilborn.
Me too.
I didn't like Jon Stewart for like 5 years because I loved Craig Kilborn's delivery.
Yeah, I went about a year before I could really get into it. Yeah, Kilborn was awesome.
Yeah, he did that deadpan delivery. You know what I mean? He did it like it was actual news, even though what he was saying was ridiculous. Where Jon Stewart always kind of smirked or kind of giggled a little, But then Jon Stewart grew on me, and then you saw that he was actually super intelligent, super political, and then so his first couple months were rocky, not because he was black, not because he was from South Africa, not because he was unknown. It was
big shoes.
It was big shoes, finding your way on television when you're not a television star, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And he's great.
Figure out who he is too, because he wants to have his own niche.
Yeah,
so he's got to figure that out.
Find his own voice and everything. He can't go in there and be Jon Stewart light, because that's not going to work either. So. And he is totally, after the first, growing pains, he has totally owned that show, and owned that position. And he's great. I love him, dude. He's so funny and smart, and just the shit he says, it's like not even super intelligent. But it's like, yeah, dude. People just don't think of it like that. He's able to say it in such a way that it's like, it's so simple, but people are so stupid.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, great show. All right, that's all I have for today. How about you? Got anything else? Derek never showed up.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's all I got.
It was a very good show. It was very smooth, very quick.
Yeah.
All right, then let's end the show then. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Comment on the video. For Tom and myself, be nice to each other and have a good evening.
Thanks, guys.